What's going on, guys? Big Mike, D717 Outlaw, back with here today. Hope you guys liked that quick little intro. We went out yesterday, took both bikes out for a photo shoot. Mickey's editing photos now, but those pictures that you guys saw were just some that I snagged on my phone. But we're going to do a garage update. I haven't done one in a while, and we do have some news on some of the bikes. And also, the C1 Corvette has some problems that we're going to be solving here soon. Luckily, it's something simple, and since I'm on quarantine, I got time to do it. I got laid off work, so I got time. But first things first, we're going to talk about the Busa. So the air shifter issue, I found out that the compressor is completely shot. The switch up on the dash, let's see if it actually works this time. Yeah, flipping on the air shifter switch for the compressor, and it doesn't even try to work. So something's completely messed up with the compressor, not building air at all anymore. So I have to get a new compressor, which will run the shifter. I'm going to be looking for one that goes a little bit higher in PSI. That cross member in the frame that has our gauge and stuff on it is actually rated for 200 PSI. Our compressor only went to 140. I'm going to try and find one that does maybe 160 plus, so that way we have plenty of air pressure and it makes the piston work properly, because you need over 100 PSI to get it to be as snappy as it's supposed to pull it into gear quick. Cornbread, not a whole lot going on with Project Cornbread. Still the showpiece for 6'2 Society. We do have a car show coming up here soon, as long as this quarantine stuff goes away. We're going to have both bikes out for the booth. Cornbread, of course, the focal piece of the group, and yeah, she's been running pretty strong, as you probably saw in the burnout. What are some other things? Oh yeah, you guys might have noticed that our engine stand has no K20 A3 on it. Unfortunately, we are getting away from the K20 build. My buddy John, that was going in with me on the project, he's kind of the one that decided to start the project. He is expecting a baby, so we're getting out of it. He needs the money, and we just started selling off parts. We actually got rid of the A3 block. We had an A2 head, and we sold the, I think it was a 5-speed transmission with the A3. But we still have plenty of other parts. We have the wiring harness, we have the coils, we have A2 components, we have an A2 intake, or yeah, A2 manifold. We have A2 oil pan, we have A2 rocker assemblies, A2 crank, all brand new. We have Ferrea valves, we have ARP head studs, bolts kits, we have ACL bearings, we have Honda piston rings, Engine Tech components, brand new dual spring valves. I mean, this setup is insane for how many parts we had. The motor was pretty much ready to go back together when we got it, or when we got rid of it. But like I said, we both could use the money right now, and I was starting to run into some issues with trying to get a chassis, and I don't know, we were going halves on the whole project. It was cool, but it wasn't really getting anywhere. So parting ways with that. I do have the A2 block that I'm going to keep personally, because I picked it up on the side. So I might build the A20, or yeah, A20, K20 A2 down the road, because this block is still good. I'm just going to get it bored, because I think I'm going to run at 80, I think I'm going to do 87 mil pistons in that, make it an NA build. Possibly put it in a dune buggy that my buddy has up for sale, but we'll play on that later. Barstool Racer, not running too bad. I got to do a chain adjustment, oil change, fresh gas. That's actually up for sale right now if anybody is interested in a cool little pit vehicle. Fully custom built, designed by my grandfather and some of his buddies. Powder coated frame, custom frame, hand controls. Thing's awesome. Does like 20-25 miles an hour. Extremely sketchy. Has a governor on it, so it can probably go faster if you take the governor off, but it still moves. But that's up for sale. I think we're looking 2,500 or best offer, just because it's all custom built. I mean, I don't really know where else to go. There isn't really a market on these things. So it's kind of where we're at, about 2,500 bucks, or best offer. If you really want to know anything more about it, drop those comments down below, throw me a message, maybe we can offer a price. Like I said, it's my grandma's selling it because my grandfather passed and I don't use it. But now the bigger project of the group, of course, is the C1. Now, anybody that's new to the channel, my grandfather's dream car, 1960 Corvette. Unfortunately, is not a numbers matching, but it still has a 283 small block Chevy in it. Some minor, small cam, some other mods, mainly engine cleanup, so it has some nice chrome and polished features in it. But the issue that we're having with the C1 is our fuel pump that's buried down in there decided to stop working. So we are going to need a fuel pump. We're going to be doing a full install on the fuel pump and getting it back up and running. And then hopefully, I did try to talk a little bit with Street Speed about doing a side-by-side comparison between a C1 and a brand new C8. So it's crazy to realize that we went from that as a Corvette, fiberglass body, X-frame. I don't even know how much these things weigh. I mean, they're probably weighing as much as the old Corvettes, but they had 283 small blocks with maybe 300 horsepower, if that. I don't know. It's crazy to think that we went from that front engine old school Corvette to the new mid-engine C8 Corvette, 450 wheel horsepower from the factory, dual clutch, 8-speed trans from that. But that's about it. Other news in the garage, we have a whole bunch of stuff. We're doing some remodeling on my grandparents' house, so new bathroom features and things like that. The LML, which I don't know how hard it is to see on the camera. The LML, we do have a couple things looking at for that. Mainly, we're going to be doing a cat filter conversion for the oil and the fuel filter, because the lift pump, I can actually get a cat kit for it. So we run cat heavy equipment filters for the fuel, the water separator, and then switching the motor mount oil filter over to a cat high flow filter as well. Small tweaks, not anything too crazy, but it's pretty cool because it adds an additional quart of oil to the motor, better particulate filtration, way better kit than I've seen. And some oil filter companies still go with a like a fiberglass or a plastic filter, and they crush, they leak. Cat and only one other company makes metal filters, so just a little bit better construction, so I'd rather go with those. But anyway, that's kind of the garage update here. I mean, not looking at anything too crazy, just some small components to get fixed here and there, and since I'm on quarantine stuck in the house, might as well take advantage of it. So any questions you guys have on anything, drop those comments down below. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little bell next to that for notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ride safe, ride smart, always your helmet. See ya.